first match in a Kaladesh draft. I would like to play first. Is this a keep? On the play with Glintnest Crane. I don't know. It might be. It's a close keep. I mean, problem is we have a 5 and a 6, and we have 2 lands. Glintnest Crane might draw us an artifact, but that artifact isn't going to produce mana, so we have to hope we draw a 3rd land. So I do think we got to mulligan that. Oh God, of course. Okay. Do I keep this one? I do get to scry twice, and I think that maybe between my mulligan and my construct, I think that makes it keepable. Sure, that'll give us something in the later game at least. So I guess it's an okay keep. Our other hand probably would have turned out better, but how can you know? Well, we're up against the aggressive Night Market Lookout deck that just sort of tries to kill you by crewing sky skiffs and the like. With Night Market Lookout, we're definitely using that ability. We don't want our second self-assembler, but it's good to know it's on the bottom of our library, so we're not going to draw it. So that I feel solid. I feel fine about. Do I block Night Market Lookout if it attacks? When I'm at the mercy of the top of my deck. Ooh, our opponent mana screwed, so that's interesting. It's not really worth attacking. He's just not going to block, and he'll swing back. Well, then we're both at 19. I guess it does something. It just doesn't do much. Yeah, let's do it. What the hell? Your opponent kept a 1-lander. That was bold. I mean, it's basically a race our opponent wins, I guess, in the long run, but did they get land number 2? No. Well, if we get to self-assembler, we're going to be in pretty good shape to wrap this up. Well, and that actually isn't bad either, because we're going to play self-assembler next turn. So we're going to attack with Eager Construct. Man, we even gave our opponent a free scry. Play our questionable, but in our deck, Weldfast Wingsmith, who will gain flying next turn, relevantly enough. There's the dream, Sky Skiff. We'd have impeccable timing to blow it up, though. So there's that. I think we play... Well, yeah. We play Self-Assembler. And then attack with the Wingsmith only. And end our turn. Yeah, I mean, he can just drain us whenever he wants now for 1. Black, red. Monitor, okay. Eddy Trailhawk, that's pretty good with Self-Assembler, but I probably just play another Self-Assembler and attack. Well, I could just attack first and see if I want to use impeccable timing. Problem is I want to give this flying. But maybe I'd just attack with Self-Assembler and use impeccable timing. But also, I mean, that if I do that, I can still do Eddy Trailhawk and leave up impeccable timing if my opponent just like takes it. So I could also just attack with the Wingsmith without flying. Yeah, I think that is what I do. I'm not going to bother giving it flying. I'm just going to get in there. Okay, do I use impeccable timing? I think I probably do. While my opponent's tapped out and can't use the silly indestructibility trick. And then we play our Eddy Trailhawk. So opponent is going to go to 12 and we'll go to 16. You know what I didn't get, and I did pass a few of them, Select for Inspection would have been pretty nice. Okay, yeah, definitely the aggressive vehicle-oriented deck. Okay. Well. Okay, well, opponent decided to scoop. Yeah, they were in bad shape. I'm not sure what it says about our deck that it took us as long as it did to beat them. So this does get better against vehicles, for sure. And our opponent probably has multiple sky skiffs for his night market lookouts. So it's worth thinking about our sideboard card. The reason it's better against vehicles is you can't like play a creature and have it crew a vehicle immediately. And there's a good chance our opponent has more, so I think we probably do want to bring it in. The gaining of life isn't useless completely either. Question is, what do I cut? One of my sky skiffs? No, I don't think so. They match up pretty well against my opponents. And I mean, we probably just cut one of our least playable cards, like Nimble Innovator or Vidalcan Blade Master, or Ninth Bridge Patrol, for that matter. But it seems like we probably do want some early plays, so I think we probably cut the Innovator, bring this thing in, and try to do some work with it. Don't really have Revolutionary Rebuff. Doesn't seem any good in this matchup. Nor that's never good. So couldn't even remember what it was. It's so bad. All right, see if we can beat an opponent when they're not stuck on one land this time. Hopefully for our opponent. Well, we do start with another really bad hand. We benefit from our opponent also mulliganing. We do have Eager Construct again, but I don't think we keep that. This I do think we keep. That is a quick Gear Seeker Serpent. Do we want a P-Foul? I think I'm okay with a P-Foul, yeah. Means turn 5 Gear Seeker, should we hit the lands we need anyway. That's going to be big in a hurry, isn't it? So we definitely play Sky Skiff first. Well, maybe we don't definitely. Depends what our opponent does. Good chance he plays an artifact here. No? Just one? What else does he play? Harsh Scrutiny. Damn it. That is brutal when you have Gear Seeker Serpent in your hand. Oh, the pain I feel. Goodbye, Gear Seeker Serpent. It's been real. I do have another one, but when your game plan is play a bunch of artifacts and play Gear Seeker Serpent, you do not want to see Harsh Scrutiny. Okay. That hurt. You can block that even once it gets going, but I think I'd probably still play Sky Skiff first. Yeah, let's do it. We'll take another one or two. Then we can play Glint Nest Crane and decide if we want to attack with Sky Skiff or whatever. Ooh, God, Renegade Freighter. Please no. That's bad news for our deck that doesn't have a lot of ways of dealing with such a thing. I gotta hit Malfunction, basically, or Impeccable Time. Oh, no, Impeccable Timing. Oh, yeah, it will work. I can use it in response to the trigger. But if Glint Nest Crane can't draw me, that's maybe it's better to play Eager Construct. Yeah, it probably is. Let's do it. Let's do it. Not what I want. It is a spell, but I still don't want it right in this situation. That freighter's gonna run me over before I can do anything. I don't think I do anything because I can at least block that with my Sky Skiff, which is relevant. That, man, my poor Gear Seeker. There's Night Market. Look out. The good news is with Renegade Freighter, at least you do need to have 2 of them to crew it. But you can just tap everything just to do the extra damage like a cruel person. Yeah, we're just going to take the 5. There's no real reason for us to do anything else. The bad part is these colors have such good tricks that, like, once I play Dakara P-Foul, which is what I'll do next, and try to double block it, my opponent could just make his dude indestructible, at which point we're just like done, basically, with this game. But we will play our P-Foul. We have white mana now. And that's what I'm going to do, is block, double block, but it's got a good chance of ending ugly. I guess I can double block with Skyskiff instead if I want to be a little more careful and not lose my P-Foul. So crew the Skyskiff, block with Construct and Skyskiff. Looks like no attacks this time. He's just going to try to crew me to death. That'll be fun. Okay, so we're going to play Glint Nest Crane, see what we can hit here. Foundry Inspector, sure. Those, I'm not going to say I wouldn't have liked some of those, but hey, that's okay. Okay, I guess I'm going to crew and attack with my flyer. Got to put some pressure on our opponent here. I want to play Foundry Inspector too, and P-Foul is a better double blocker anyway, so I think we keep that. But it's going to be hard to win this one without drawing Malfunction, that is. If we draw Malfunction, then it's not so bad. Although our opponent can still crew, but not being able to attack with the Freighter is a big deal. Well, I don't know. I guess his long-term game plan is to just kill us with the Lookout, so... But I would, if I were my opponent, especially now that I'm tapped out, I would be pretty tempted to just attack with it, and even if I don't have a trick, you know, Spontaneous Artist, okay? Nothing. Please, a card. Well, it's a card. Not the one I was looking for, but it is a card. At this point, it's almost like I may as well attack with my Glint Nest Crane. God, I guess Malfunction would tap that down. At this point, sadly, that doesn't seem terrible. Could attack with both my flyers. Maybe just P-Foul. No, I think it's probably still just better to crew here and attack with my Skyskiff. Just imagine if we had that Gear Seeker Serpent. It wouldn't necessarily win us the game, but it just overpowers everything he has on the board anyway by so much that it would definitely get us back ahead, I think. So that Harsh Scrutiny was probably the most brutal one I've experienced in this format. He may have sided it in. It is really good against Gear Seeker Serpents. It's hard to know. Did he forget to crew? He did. Nice. One more turn for us. I like it. Double Spontaneous Artist isn't good news. No, it isn't. All this haste. So, once again, though, our card we sided in is actually good against this deck. So, I was sort of turning my nose up at it when I drafted it, but this is the exact kind of deck where it's good. A deck with vehicles and a deck with haste creatures. It's very good against that. All right, he's gonna rumble here, I guess. Yeah, it's smart too, because I can take down your Renegade Freighter, but I lose so much in the process that I don't know. I think I even have to block a Spontaneous Artist. So I could just single block one and then throw the Inspector. This way he only kills one of these two creatures. I mean, it's going to be the P-Foul, let's be honest. But I think this is probably better. I keep Eager Construct and Glint Nest Crane. Go to 6. He still has a 2/3, a 1/1, and a 3/3, but there's a lot of cards we can draw that can help us out of this situation. That isn't really one of them, although I guess it does make it so I can block a little better. So there's that. Who wants the boost more? I think probably Eager Construct, because it makes it so it can destroy Spontaneous Artist in combat. So, yeah, we're just going to end our turn. Stay on defense here. Opponent probably running a 16 land deck. This deck usually can get away with that. Bad news is he can give any creature he plays haste, but I'm not ultra concerned about that. What I'm more concerned about is a removal spell. That'll put us really far behind, if we aren't already pretty far behind. Are you taking your foot off the gas, or nope? Okay. All right. So, good chance our opponent has a trick here. But I think we're okay with still blocking the way we should block, which is like this. Probably can't save both his creatures, right? There's a chance he has the red trick, +3/+3 trick, and the indestructibility lifelink trick. He could play both with the mana he has, but it's lesser chance of that than... So, oh yeah, well, there's also Subtle Strike, that's right. Yeah, that's pretty brutal. I mean, I still don't take anything, and my Glentinous Crane still survives, but I didn't love it. There it is. That's what we're looking for. Okay. So how much do you cost right now anyway? Don't want to do the math myself. So we'll play the Gear Seeker. And we're going to equip Inventor's Goggles here, so this can block really effectively against most of our opponent's board anyway. Hand is empty now, and Gear Seeker Serpent is less of a win condition than a card to defend us right now, but I'll take it. Okay, good. I like that. I don't like that, though. Well, we're going to end our turn. Definitely not, going unblockable here and smashing into our opponent. So sad. We haven't played a single Fabricate creature yet. I guess we only have 3, but 3 seems like enough, right? I think it does. Wouldn't mind, another flyer to help us go on the offensive here. Something like Tidy Conclusion is a possibility now. Ugh. Okay, we're going to just keep bluffing with these cards. We have no real reason to play them. I mean, I guess maybe next turn I play one of them because maybe I can do something like activate this and do something else. I mean, I can already leave 1 mana up, but leaving 2 up's a little better. See, it's good that we did kill this Renegade Freighter. Part of the reason I was willing to is because this would have just killed us over time. Now our opponent doesn't just have like a uninteractive way to kill us. He has to attack us. So that makes things a little bit better for us. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll play one of them, like I said. Our opponent doesn't seem to be drawing real well right now either. His hand may also be filled with lands, I guess. Seems unlikely, though. But I don't know what it could be, either. If he had a kill spell, you'd think he would have played it, but maybe not. Tidy Conclusion? Yeah, we thought that was a possibility. We will crew our Sky Skiff in response. So we still have some pretty good blocks. But if we don't draw another creature this turn, we're in some trouble. Okay, I think I kill both of these and go to 1, as crazy as that sounds. So I think I block and go to 1. Please give me a creature. All right, that's what we wanted. Have we drawn 4 lands in a row at this point where we might have been able to turn the game around? Like Saheeli's Artistry actually wouldn't be that great right now, honestly. It'd be okay. Something like that would have been nice. Yeah, that just kills me. Oh, this format, I'm sure you've heard me say it in other videos, and you've witnessed similar luck if you've watched a lot of my videos. I have had probably the most consistently bad luck I've ever had in this format. And that was a pretty good indicator of that, where I just drew all of my lands. I mean, I think we need 17 in this deck with self-assemblers and multiple 4-drops and so forth. But yeah, we'll go on to the next game. Authority of the Consoles does look even better. This is a good hand. I like that. Yeah. 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, and Saheeli's Artistry for later is a good start for us. Don't mind that either. It's pretty good against this deck because our opponent's creatures are also small. Tassel Dromedary might have actually been decent to side in, but since our opponent's plan doesn't even always involve actually attacking us, it's not incredible or anything. Okay, well, Inventor's Goggles plus Inventor's Apprentice is a little bit scary. We could play our own goggles and leave up Impeccable Timing to kill this, assuming he doesn't equip the goggles. If he does equip the goggles, I don't feel too bad either because he just used a turn to do that. And yes, he has a 3/5, but my 2/4 who can come down in the near future can block it, as can Glint Sleeve Artisan once it gets suited up. So I think it is actually, I think we do actually play the goggles here. At first I attack with Eddy Trailhawk actually. Get in for 1. I'm not going to block, so play our goggles and end our turn. So if he equips the goggles, Impeccable Timing obviously won't do anything, but he also just used 2/3 of his mana to equip it, and we can blank that in the fairly-ish near future. Well, next turn, actually, depending on how we fabricate. So yeah, we'll just take 3. Okay, well, we are going to play Glint Sleeve Artisan, and we're going to go with the +1/+1 counter and give him the goggles. Well, he's big enough to block it now anyway, so maybe a servo is just better. A servo is just better. I mean, he's not going to be able to kill it if he's a 4/5, so we'll just go with the servo. And we're going to attack with Eddy Trailhawk again. We would like more mana, but, you know, following up one Glint Sleeve Artisan with another is a pretty reasonable turn. Especially because we can actually attack with this one and give it flying if we want to be aggressive here. Okay. So, do I play P-Foul? I probably do. Just attack for 1 again. P-Foul can block both of these guys effectively. So yeah, we're just going to attack with Eddy Trailhawk. Flying to the rescue. And then we'll play our P-Foul. Does mean if we draw right now, we have what, 3 artifacts? Yeah, so if we draw Gear Seeker Serpent, we can actually play him right now. So that's nice. That's another reason to have gone with the servo as we did. Thriving Grubs. So he does have Built to Smash mana up. I probably feel okay about putting Glint Sleeve Artisan in front of one of these, though. No building to smash, though, so that's good. Now, Function. I don't really feel a need to use that right now. Here I can attack with both of these. Play Glint Sleeve Artisan. I still don't think it's worth attacking with both of them, honestly. I think I just attack with the Eddy Trailhawk again. Do I make this guy a 3/3 or do I go with another servo? I don't think I want to move the goggles. I don't want to move the goggles. And I think I go with the servo. I guess a 3/3 can block that and kill it, but so can a 2/2. So we're going to go with the servo again. And end our turn. So, does our opponent have a trick? I guess we'll figure it out. This is one reason why we might want more energy, but... Right, Spontaneous Artist. Not a great attacker right now. I'm not too concerned. If we can just get to Saheeli's Artistry, I feel like this is a game we just will win, but we have to get there. Okay, another creature. Don't hate it. I think we just attack with our 1/1 again. And if I had Select for Inspection, Vidalcan Blade Master would definitely be a lot better. We'll pretend we have mana up for Select for Inspection, and we'll end our turn. If he gets his 5th mana, he's probably got Tidy Conclusion ready for us to use on something. Well, we don't have any creatures, but he is now aware of Impeccable Timing, so that kind of sucks. Oh, sorry, he's also aware of Malfunction, which we can use at one point or another on a scary creature, so we can sort of play around that too. Foundry Inspector of your own, huh? Now he knows what I have in my hand. Does he play differently? No. Okay. I don't really feel the need to malfunction anything. I think just leaving up Impeccable Timing with the threat of Blade Master pumping is pretty legit right now. I think I just attack again with Eddy Trailhawk. I mean, I could attack with this too. But no, I'm just going to attack with the Hawk. Opponent having the ability to give anything haste is enough to make me want to be a little cautious. End our turn. P-Foul maybe someday can get up in the sky too, but okay, so Inventor's Goggles, okay. Sure. All right. Do we just take it, or I think we just take it. I'm cool with that. Let's take it. Maybe putting Malfunction on that's the best thing I can do, because it has an ability that becomes relevant when it dies, and if it's tapped down, then it doesn't really matter. Okay, so now we have Saheeli's Artistry mana, but what do we get? I mean, obviously we can do a lot of good stuff with Saheeli's Artistry. We can get another, like a 3/3 Glint-Sleeve Artisan, another P-Foul, so maybe this one can start attacking in the air. We can also copy our opponent's creatures, of course, and Spontaneous Artist is probably a pretty good one to copy. We can get the Artist and also get Foundry Inspector, I guess. This will be a 3/4 for the turn. Yeah, I think Spontaneous Artist is pretty good. Spontaneous Artist plus Glint-Sleeve Artisan with a servo. Oh, well, I can't do that. Has to be an artifact and a creature, but I do think we cast it here. We go Saheeli's Artistry, and we will copy. I think P-Foul is probably better right now. And then we'll also copy Spontaneous Artist. Okay, Harness Lightning. That hurts. Now all we get is a Spontaneous Artist. It's still 2 for 1. No, it's not. It's a 2 for 2 now. Just kidding. All right. So I think we attack with both of these. And we're going to give this flying. Drop our opponent to 10. So if we can play Gearseeker Serpent and give it haste, that might be nice. Poor P-Foul. That, I guess, is a good reason to potentially go after your opponent's creatures with that card. Okay. I'm going to take it again. We can start throwing servos in front of it at some point, but I don't think I'm there yet. Ooh, that's kind of annoying. We do have Impeccable Timing for it at least, but it is somewhat disconcerting. But we can hit for 4. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to attack. Yeah. I'm going to attack with Glint-Sleeve Artisan, that's the big one, and Eddy Trailhawk, and give the Artisan flying. Drop our opponent down to 6. Then I'm going to cast Malfunction on this guy. So he can move the goggles over to Doomed Operative. At that point, he does put me in a pretty bad blocking situation, but I'd probably just block with the servo and use impeccable timing. So yeah, if I draw Gear Seeker, I can give it flying and just win next turn. So let's just do that. That sounds pretty good. We do put our opponent in a bind with mana here, though, because he can't really contribute to the board a whole lot anyway if he's using Inventor's Goggles to equip it to something else. This one energy we got, we may also just use. I guess we can't just win because we can't both give it haste and flying, so we'd have to wait a turn. We do have chump blockers for days. So we have that going. Okay, he's attacking with everything. So I think I'm okay with this. He probably has the indestructibility trick, but we have impeccable timing plus a Blade Master trigger. So let's do this. Where do I assign blocks with this? Probably here. And then we do this. So see what our opponent has. We, of course, have impeccable timing, so if he uses his trick, we can just use it in response to whatever creature he puts it on. So I could use impeccable timing here and save my Blade Master. But I think just taking the 2 here, killing all of my opponent's creatures while I hold on to 2 of my own creatures is probably okay. So I'm not going to use the timing and have the chance of getting blown out, basically. So and we still have impeccable timing, of course. Ooh. Could have waited a turn to play that and potentially just like straight up killed me with it if I were really aggressive. Of course, he knows I have impeccable timing. That is a good draw right here because it has a solid shot of just drawing us a card. We have plenty of stuff left in our library. Okay, it's not... I would have liked like Self-Assembler, you know, but I'll take it. Does give us, in effect, another blocker. Okay, I think I just attack with Eddy Trailhawk. And then play Sky Skiff. Drop our opponent to 5. So that means next turn we can just kill him in the air, hopefully. Play our Sky Skiff. And end our turn. I could move the goggles at some point to the Eddy Trailhawk, of course, but I think being able to block on the ground is fairly important. He still knows I have impeccable timing. That's the unfortunate news here. Fateful Showdown on that. Yeah, that makes sense, given everything. All right. Opponent also gets to cycle through those mountains and draw 3 new cards, which is pretty relevant here. But we can also just kill our opponent now that he's tapped out, because we have 5 damage between Sky Skiff. Oh, I can't give you flying anymore. What am I talking about? Never mind. Opponent's not dead. Far from dead, especially with the cards he just drew. I guess maybe he was hoping he was. He was trying to just get to enough cards to kill me. Ooh, that's really good. Okay, I like that. I think we attack with Glint Sleeve and Glint Nest and get the servo with this. We still have up impeccable timing. He only has 1 energy, so and we can block with 2 different things plus impeccable timing. That should be enough. So I think I attack with... Yeah, I think I attack with both of these. Could have attacked with the Skiff for it to be lethal and put my opponent in a pretty bad place, but because we have the Pioneer, I don't think we have to do that. Okay, that is fine with me. complained about not getting my fabricate creatures. In this game, we got them all. Do we move those goggles? We probably... That gives you 3 toughness. No, I don't think we need to. Although, yeah, let's do it, I guess. Oh, that was bad. Okay, well, shouldn't have done that, given what happened. Forgot about combat damage. Yeah, that was bad. Real bad. We're probably still okay, despite that epic misplay, but, yeah. You never know. Opponent could have tidy conclusion now and really hurt us, but that means he spent all his mana, and we do now have lethal in the air. So I guess if he tidy conclusions, we don't. No, we don't. So I'll have to see what he does. Sky Skiff, okay. That's pretty good here. God, that was stupid. My instinct wasn't to move it, but then I decided to. Oh. Interesting. We'll just crew and block. Ah. Okay. So, if he has... If he has built to smash... We will indeed get smashed. We only need to keep Propeller Pioneer and Sky Skiff, though. So, I'm going to crew my Sky Skiff and with the servo. And I'll block my use my Sky Skiff to block his, and then hopefully just kill him on the backswing. Yeah, I mean, I already figured you were doing that. I mean, he can trample, but it'll only be for 3, so I'm not overly concerned. I could also just double block it, but we need to keep the 3 and the 1, so yeah. So we're going to block using our Sky Skiff. Yeah, all right. Well, despite that misplay, we ended up getting there. Funnily enough, we played like Saheeli's Artistry in that game, and we played our Gear Seeker Serpents in the other game, but they haven't actually won us games yet, although the Artistry, I guess, was important. But yeah, so won our first match. Hopefully we can win at least one more. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.